Hello, Ruchi. How are
Hello,
you?
how are you, Boris? I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Really nice to
How was
see
your
you.
weekend? Same here. How
It
was your
was
weekend?
it was great. Yeah, we had a nice time. What about you?
We also had a nice time. We went for a movie after so many years. Seems like it's 2 years we have not gone for a movie. So we watched this James Bond movie,
Mm-hmm.
No Time to Die. It was very nice. If you have not seen, you should definitely see. It's really nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I will see it. We haven't gone to movies. I don't know. Maybe it's more than 2 years. Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
time.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Uh,
Felt good actually after seeing the movie because it's been over 2 years we haven't also gone for movie.
mhm.
So it was nice.
Ruchi, I just want to let you know that this session is recorded for mentoring and educational purposes. Is it okay?
Yeah, absolutely fine.
Okay. And before we start, is there anything you want to let go of to be fully present for our session?
Maybe I'll just take a moment. I'll just close my eyes to center myself properly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready whenever you're ready.
How are you feeling now?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay. So what would you like to explore today, Ruchi?
I would like to explore on the topic which I had picked up some time back, related to my health.
Mhm.
And I just want to catch up on the topic and give you some update and have some guidance also related to that.
Okay, so can you tell me which topic you are referring about your health?
I'm referring to the topic of trying to be consistent in my health routine. I
Mm-hmm.
think we picked up last time or last to last time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to inform you that I'm trying my best, and thankfully with the walk I am more or less being consistent. Generally I don't go for my walk on Saturday or Sunday, but this time I went on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't do Saturday Sunday, I don't go for swim, but this time I went on swim on Sunday also, yesterday also. So I felt actually very good about it, but I just need some motivation to let it be like that.
Mm-hmm. So can you tell me about motivation? Because you said you have been doing it for a little time. So how were you motivated?
Uh, Actually, I was not doing it very regularly. I was on and off doing it, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, especially with the swimming, I was not regular at all.
Mm-hmm.
And with walk, I was doing at least 3 times in a week. With swimming, I was doing only once in a week, and was not happy about it. So I just pushed, and I just I'm trying to change my timing so that I can go early and come back early, because then I generally go for my swim in the evening, and uh, I go around 6:30 to 7,
Mm-hmm.
whereas uh, by the time I come back it's already 8, and then we sit together, we talk, we have our drinks, and we do something, and then we have dinner. So yesterday the weather was very nice, and then I uh, I had done some hair treatment. So I wanted to do before I could have gone for my hair treatment today. I wanted to do a swim. So my husband asked me to do it since the sun is not there and the weather is very nice. So he told me, why don't you do early? So I felt actually very good going little early. Generally, I go 6:37ish, but yesterday I went around 6 o'clock and I was back home by 7. And after that, we went out for dinner also. So everything fall in place. So uh, I'm just crossing my fingers that I should maintain this routine so that I can continue to go on the same track and at least do 3 times, bring the swimming also to 3 times per week, like the way I'm doing for my walk.
Mhm.
So I'm doing my walk at least 3 times a week.
Mhm.
And I was also suggested to start marking it on the calendar, in the actual calendar, which is a
Mhm.
paper calendar, so that visually I can see how many dates I have gone for swimming and walking. Because these two things, if I become regular on this, my health will improve a lot.
Mhm.
It's just that I am not being consistent in that. So I'm just worried that I should not become lazy anymore.
Mhm. So, thank you for sharing that, Ruchi. Let me just reflect to see if I understood correctly.
Sure.
So you started swimming, you started walking 3 times a week, but you're not really consistent about your swimming. You want to increase the time, at least to go to swim at least 3 times a week.
Yes.
And yeah, and just be more consistent and be sure that you keep doing that, what you're doing now, and improve. And tell me how even improving this routine, because I want to acknowledge that you have made some improvements. So how improving this routine you have now, how would this move you forward in your life?
This will help me in big way if I become consistent with at least 3 times each activity.
Mm-hmm.
It will improve my back problem because that's the main problem. I want to be, consistent with my walking and swimming, because swimming really helps if you have a back issue. So I have a back issue, and if I can be consistent in that, that will be a great help for my improvement of my back pain. And also, like, that's a different thing, that it will also make me much more flexible person, much more active person, healthier person. So if I can just continue with that, then it will be really great.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Ruchi, you mentioned about active person, healthier, flexible person. Tell me about this person, Ruchi. How is this person is going to look like? The flexible, the active, the healthy person.
A much healthier person overall. And a happy person, because if the health is good, the person is happier.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are happy, if you are healthier, then you're more fit. And nowadays you have to do so many things on your own. So if you are healthy, if you're happy, if you're fit, you'll be having more energy to carry on with your work. So that is what I meant.
Mm-hmm. And what needs to happen to become this person? Healthy, flexible, active.
Yeah. Most important thing is be very consistent in my routine of walking and swimming. And that is why, I'm always being spectacle that, okay, I'm being regular for 15 days, 20 days, 1 month, maximum 1 month. Then something happens in 1 month, after a month, then a break will come, and then again I will go back on my normal routine. I'll become lazy. Hardly go for walk. Once in a week only I'll go for walk or swim. So I don't want to get into that. So I'm very active right now. I'm very motivated to do it right now. But I'm also worried after I become regular for a month. So after a month, I don't want to get into that phase of become lazy.
Yeah.
I'm very scared of that phase wherein I become lazy and then I become very dull person. I'm not energetic. I get tired easily.
Ruchi, can I ask you, how are you gonna know that you become a lazy person?
Because I've always been like this. I have always being consistent for some time, and then maximum to maximum 15 days, 20 days, and then after a month, I just go back on my normal track. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. So I'm just worried about that phase, that I should not get into that phase at all.
Thank you for sharing, Ruchi. We have been exploring this topic about 10 minutes now. Tell me, what exactly do you want to do here in our 20 minutes left? So that could be really helpful for you.
Find the ways which can restrict me not to go into that phase again wherein I am not an active person, I'm a dull person, I'm a tired person, and I'm not a healthy person. So I want to explore the ways wherein what I'm doing right now, I continue to do it for months together, not just 15 days, 20 days, or 2 months, or 1 month. Continue to do it, the continuity of it I'm looking for.
So you want to find ways to continue to do what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
But because I just want to remind you at the beginning, you talked about that, but you also mentioned and also even improving what you're doing now, not only just skipping it, but improving, because you're swimming, correct me if I'm wrong, but I understood that you're not doing it right now 3 times a week.
Yes.
So regarding that, how could you set your goal here for our session?
I would like to, firstly, I'm more or less okay with walking. That is 3 times or sometimes 4 times in a week. That is fine with me. Swimming, I'm really pushing, and I'm like last week I ended up doing 2 times at least. So this month I am taking a target that, okay, for this week, I want to do at least 3 times. So as I said, that I've already put a calendar, the virtual calendar, wherein I'll be marking it with my own hands, not a calendar on the phone, because that's the easiest thing. But I'll be marking on the paper calendar on my own, so that that makes me committed.
Okay.
And when I'm doing a marking, that will also make me realize, okay, in this week, how many times I have done walking and swimming. So I'm just hoping I've tried this. I've not tried this. I'm just hoping that that will really help me to push myself to do swimming also 3 times in a week.
So if you can just set your goal in just one sentence, could you just summarize everything in one sentence so we can set it as our goal here in our session?
Yeah. So basically, from today's session, what I'm looking is to continue to be consistent with my health routine.
To continue, to be consistent, okay, with your health routine. Yeah.
Yes.
And tell me how would we know that we did that to continue to be consistent with your health routine? Because this actually, how would we know that we did that until the end of the session, that you continue to be consistent?
If I find the ways to continue with my walking and swimming at least 3 times in a week for months together, not just 15 days, 20 days, or not even a month after month, if I continue to do it at least 3 times in a week, because I go out very often. We go out for outings, dinner, and some activity. We keep going on. So that's why I'm saying that practically I can do 3 times. So it could be sometimes 4 times also, but in general 3 times. So I'm happy with 3 times for both the activities in a week.
Yes, and this is after our session, but in our session at the end, how would we know that this was a successful session? What needs to happen here?
If because the session and the goal of the session is to be consistent in long run. Yeah. So this one is a short one, which I'm talking about. So in long run, if I know I know the benefits, everything I know about walking and swimming, so that I'm aware about. If I somehow get to know how I can continue to keep myself motivated week after week, month after month, then I would say it would be a successful session.
So if you find specific ways to keep to help you motivate you, this can be a successful session.
Yeah.
Okay. And tell me, imagine we do that, how are you gonna feel at the end of the session?
I'll be very happy, because that's the thing which I'm not able to do it. Since so many years I've tried, I keep myself motivated, I keep doing something or the other, but that continuity breaks after a month. And then it takes really long time to come back. And when it comes again, I would be highly motivated, but it doesn't go beyond 1 month. So I'll be very happy if I get to continue with another month.
Okay. So tell me, Ruchi, where would you like to start? What would you like to focus first?
I would like to focus on the swimming part, because that is very important and most important out of walking and swimming for my back problem. So that is what I would like to focus first.
Okay, tell me, what challenge do you think you can have with being consistent with your swimming?
Firstly, being irregular, not going for getting into in the same phase as once or twice in a week, which is not good. Secondly, I'm just worried that I'll continue to do it for a month, and then there'll be something or the other which comes, it could be that I get ill, or it could be, which is very rare, it could be that we have to continuously go out, meet people, and go for parties and all that. So then there's a break. And then after that, you're so tired. Then again, after you finish also, then also you're tired because you've been you've been doing outings for so long. So it becomes too much. So that takes easily 1 week for me to recover from my outings. So that is the thing which can really interrupt in my continuation of swimming.
Mhm. So tell me, regarding this situation right now, what do you think about your swimming? About the current, at the moment?
At the moment, I'm quite motivated and I want to do at least 3 times. That is what at the moment I have a feeling that no matter what, I'll try to do it at least 3 times. But again, I will keep myself motivating that, then that motivation also slows down. And then,
Mhm.
gearing up, then pushing yourself up to do something becomes a challenge.
Mhm. So what I'm hearing, you right now, you're motivated to swim 3 times a week, but you have this worry that you won't be consistent when the motivation is decreases. So tell me, how did you get your motivation to have it right now like that? What happened so that you're
It's
motivated
just
now?
self-talk and just getting into my head that
Mhm.
no matter what, I have to get up. Like, for example, from 1 month or 2 months almost, I don't go on Sundays for walk or swim. And Monday somehow I don't get up. I really don't know what happens that Monday I just don't get up. And then Sunday again a holiday, and then Monday again a holiday, and then getting back on Tuesday becomes a challenge for me. So I was very, very like, this is my regular pattern that Sunday I won't go. Monday I want to give rest to my body. Then Monday I'll think that I'll go, but I never get up. And but today I was like, since yesterday I've been telling myself that no matter what, I have to remove this jinx of not going on Monday. So
Mhm.
today I got up and I went for walk. So it was like, continuation of my self-talk, and that no matter what, I need to break this jinx. I need to go on Monday. So that continuation keep reminding myself every time. So that
Mhm.
worked actually. And I went for walk today.
And
Yeah.
how can you keep this self-talk consistent?
That is the main problem because, uh, you know, because the self-talk really helps, but then excuses also come along with that. That it's
No.
okay, yesterday you had a good time, so it's okay. Not today, tomorrow you can go back. So along with the self-talk, it comes, but when there's a gap, too much gap, then the self-talk comes. But otherwise, excuses comes more than self-talk.
Tell me about that gap. How can you, what can you do about that gap, you said?
What can I do? Maybe I need to increase the self-talk more, so that the excuses are not more. And whenever I have an excuse, then I do a self-talk that, it's simply an excuse. So what is the problem? I slept properly, and why can't I get up in the morning? So this kind of a, self-talk, countering myself that this is not right, this is an excuse. So just counter my own self.
Mhm.
Mhm.
How are you feeling now, Ruchi? After
I I
that
am
realization.
actually, yeah, I'm actually realizing that I need to continue to do the self-work because that is the one which keeps helping me all the time. And that's the reason if there's a gap also, I go back for my activities, even if there's a gap. But by the self-talk, I am able to get out of my comfort zone and move forward.
Mhm. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that, Ruchi. We have about 5 to 10 minutes left. How do you think we're progressing towards your goal to continue to be consistent with your health routine and finding ways to be motivated to be
I
consistent?
think we are doing fine because this the major thing which has come up is the self-realization and self-talk, and the frequency of that I need to increase. That can help me. Yeah, that can really help me.
Mhm. You may I share, Ruchi?
Sure, please.
Because I'm not sure. It seems like for me, I sense some calmness when you said that. Some tell me if I'm wrong or what is it about? You seem different a little bit.
Yeah. I think maybe you felt this way because right now I'm quite motivated and I'm quite determined that now the excuse should not be there, and it becomes very difficult once you have a break and then you come out of that break. So why unnecessarily have a break also? Take a break for 1 or 2 days, but not beyond that, and just push yourself. Every time I push myself, so why can't I push, you know, to start my week? So that is why that maybe that's why you felt.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you for sharing. And tell me, because we have about in our time left, what
Yeah.
would you like to focus next? How can be most helpful? We have about 5 minutes left.
Uh, I think while talking, I realized the importance of self talk and pushing myself and coming out of my comfort zone, which can overall help me with being consistent for my walk and swim. So that can really help me. So I think I'll focus on that only. And as I said that from today onwards, I'll be marking on my calendar. And today I also remove that jinx of not going on Monday for walk. So today I went for walk. So I'm moving slowly towards my goal. And whenever I find that there is a doubt, I should just push myself. That your brain talks like two ways. Is this good? Should I go? Should I take a break today? So I have to forcefully tell myself no. So that is what, while talking, I just thought of that. I need to really do that. That can help.
Mm-hmm. Because you mentioned forcefully, do you think you can have any resistance for doing that? Because forcefully, it's for me, it doesn't come really easy. That's why I wanted to ask you.
Forcefully, when I said, I meant like today, I generally don't go on Monday for walk, but today I just pushed myself. When my alarm went off, I just woke up immediately rather than, okay, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay, it's already 7. Let's not go. I'll start from tomorrow. So all those excuses also comes during that time. But today I was very determined and I just forced myself that no matter what, no excuses, just get up from bed. And once you get up from bed, once you freshen up and all, then you're already awake.
Mhm.
So that's what I meant by forcefully.
So I understand that it's this forcefully happens just for a tiny bit in your routine.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
everything comes to place.
Yeah, because then you're already awake, then you are, you're already active.
Mhm.
So everything falls in place.
Okay. Ruchi, tell me in our 35 minutes, what did you learn about yourself?
The importance of self-talk and pushing myself, because pushing myself really helps. Really helps because it makes me move out of my comfort zone. Yeah.
I want to acknowledge you for this realization, and I'm really curious. This is a big thing to know that by self-talk you can really be consistent with your routine. But tell me, can you use this self-talk for any other areas of your life, for something else? Or what else can you use it for?
I do it, when some negative thoughts comes in my mind or they're coming, and I'm becoming judgmental, so I just shut myself. I just push myself away from that. Okay, I'm not going to think about it. It's it's negative. It doesn't give me good energy, so I'm not going to think. So I just push myself away from those. So I use that very often. Push myself to other end.
How this is changing your life?
This has helped me. Definitely it has helped me. Yeah. Because if I'm pushing myself, if I'm doing a self-talk, and if I'm pushing away from something which is not good for me, so that definitely helps me.
Okay, thank you for sharing, Ruchi. And tell me, what support, if any, would you need for being consistent with your self-talk?
I didn't get you. Sorry.
What support, if any, would you need to be really consistent with your self-talk and so to be consistent with your routine, health routine?
The support I need is only my internal support, being a strong person, and to avoid any excuses. External support, I tried my husband's support, but it doesn't help actually. Because he himself is like, he doesn't go for a walk nowadays. He's quite lazy by nature. So I'm actually much more active than him. So in this aspect, my husband also won't be able to help. Whatever I have to do, I have to do it myself.
Okay, and how are you gonna hold accountable for that?
As I said, that I'll be like, I'll be marking it on the calendar. And when I'm doing it myself, I'm more accountable. And that will help me in that case.
Okay. And Ruchi, because we're at the end of our session, is there anything you wanna add or address you haven't mentioned?
No, I think more or less it's clear. Most important thing is the self-talk and pushing myself. So it's quite clear. Yeah.
Okay, I want to thank you for your deep work here in our session, for your determination to change, to be consistent with your health routine, and actually really taking steps for doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Thank you
really
so much.
inspiring. Yeah, it's really
I'm
inspiring
just
to me.
trying.
Yeah.
I'm just trying. Yeah,
And just one last thing.
sure.
Is it still okay to use this session for educational and mentoring purposes?
Yeah, please, no worries. Go ahead.
Thank
Please
you.
use it.
Thank you, Ruchi.
Thank you so much.